What's going on, guys? It's your boy ASG15. We are back with another video. Today, we are playing Houston at home. No, 10th ranked Houston. We are playing a guy that loves to spam his tight end here. We are going to be trying some different things out here, especially with a new patch. But we're gonna excuse that. We're gonna go ahead and try to put belt to ash. Belt to ash. But we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. Yeah, we going to all grays here, baby. I'm gonna join the party with the guys. We're just gonna hang out and talk till we end up starting this thing. Alright, I'm back in.
Bro, like, he's only... Bro, nah. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You about to start?
Look, he barely had carries.
Alright.
I'm down to start whenever.
Alright, let me put this up real quick.
I hope y'all boys did y'all scouting, because I'm going straight to the next week after this shit over.
Oh, I did.
Yes, sir.
I'm all grays, by the way, so you can wear whatever color.
Alright, who we feeling today? Let's...
I cannot see your screen, so I don't even know.
Oh, great. You know what?
It's dark gray too, by the way.
Dark gray. Okay. I just go with
Yo, Noah, what's the name of y'all stadium?
Shit, I forgot.
That's not good. I'll look it
No,
up.
I am too. Martin Stadium.
Martin
Or
Stadium?
Gesa Field.
I'm gonna look it up. Martin Stadium. Gesa Field at Martin Stadium. Okay.
Apparently Geesa's a credit union. Alright. I'm going on mute here.
Alright. Best of luck to y'all both.
Hello. This is Chad Masterson here with Drew, and we are going into the most anticipated matchup of the week, and possibly the season. We have the Washington State Cougars going against the current defending champions, the Houston Cougars. Little Cougar on Cougar action here in Wazzou Stadium.
That's right there, Chad. We are here at the Gesa Field at Martin Stadium, and we have an all-time classic. These two teams both had really good. Houston, the defending national champions. Wazzou had some ups and downs, but they showed a lot of positive signs towards the end of last year with some huge upsets. And I, for one, am excited for this one, although I do not consider this the game of the season potentially, because we do have a doozy next week between Houston and Toledo. And Houston kicks it off.
Westbrook in the back. He decides to take a knee in the end zone.
That's a smart play. You're not going to get much yardage here in this game on kick returns. Might as well just take it out to the 25 there, Chad.
Well, Houston is the national champion and current defending champions. Some would say they overachieved based off the talent they have in the roster. I, for one, think they got considerably worse after that graduating class left, with Heisman winner Tanner Kozel graduating.
Yeah, I would have to agree there. I mean, that tight end, he had himself a very special season. As we see Robinson on the outside zone going for about 9 yards. A great start for this Washington State Cougars offense.
Way to set the tone right there, you know. Hard, aggressive running, broke a tackle. Even though he broke the tackle, didn't get much yardage afterwards. The fact that he's willing to take that kind of hit and keep going forward, that's a great sign.
And he is going to be
big hit.
He throws it off the play action. That is going to be incomplete. Travis Burke with the pressure, setting up a 3rd and 1. But I like the idea of taking a shot there on 2nd and short. You might as well. They say that's the down that you want to take a big shot on.
I'm very curious to see why he had called a play action on that second down. Personally speaking, I would not have ran that play, but
some people would say that you should probably hold X to make the animations quicker, and this is going to be an RPO out to the flat, and that is going to be red.
He stopped him.
Brooke Brown, what the hell is this name?
I wonder what we're going to see out of Wazzou.
Against the number 10 Houston Cougars. Why do they both gotta be the Cougars, man? Come on, where's the creativity?
And so we're going for it on 4th and 1. Is this going to be a precedent for this game?
I hope so, because I love seeing aggression.
We have a receiver in motion.
And Brown, he drops back.
Ooh.
Transfer completes it to Freeman.
Some wonder what he was looking at, because we did see somebody on the left side of the field wide open.
Wide open, I agree.
By himself. That was a touchdown right there. You know, the pressure from Houston is doing a great job of generating it and making things uncomfortable for Brown in the backfield.
Yeah, that Houston D-line is nothing to be trifled with. That left edge rusher, he is their star player. As Brown again dropping back to throw. He's got no one there, and he's just going to
throw it away while he's hit.
Open late.
That's not what you want to see out of your quarterback, especially as a junior. You know, looking at that play, that reminds me of Anthony Colandrea from UNLV.
Not Anthony Colandrea, bro. I can't. Oh my god.
Another receiver in motion.
Sly in motion out to the left. Brown is just going to hand this up the middle. It is going to go for a gain of
2 yards.
Makes it a little bit easier on 3rd down, but not much.
Still 3rd and long.
We will see just what Wazzou have called up for this type of situation.
And you know, the biggest thing about the Wazzou that I'm noticing right now is that they seem to be struggling with the Houston defense. Houston isn't known for their defense, so I'm kind of concerned on one of their side of the ball.
They're 4th and 2. Set up the 4th and manageable. They already went for 1 4th and 2. Would probably bank on them doing it again. That was a nice little completion there.
Yeah, it looks like the punter is not going to be earning his keep this game. I'll tell you that.
We do not give punters their letters. As he is going to fire, and that is going to be called.
Straight down the middle to Freeman. What a spin move.
He gets down to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Washington State Cougars. A huge play.
By Tony Freeman, the senior.
And Purdue fans might be wondering, where was this type of clutch play with the Boilermakers?
Palasi.
He gets about
good aggressive run.
You're gonna have so much fun commentating my game with some of the names that I have. Oh man, it's something.
What the fuck name is that, man?
Yo, no, don't throw it to him. No. I can't, bro. Name straight out of the fucking Buddha textbooks, man. I can't.
Unfortunately, Drew, I will not be attempting to commentate that name. You will be getting a wide receiver number 80 out of me with him.
Oh, I will be doing the same.
Palasi with the duck really avoided the horse collar tackle.
This Washington State run offense, outside of the one run, you know, they've had some very good rushing attempts so far this game. And this is a nice, methodical drive.
You know, it leads to believe. It wonders. Does Houston defense have bad?
Our sideline reporter has gotten here a little bit late.
Way to stay, Houston defense, way to stay in their spots, and they stopped the speed option. You know, as I was about to branch off and say, are they undisciplined for that horse collar attempt? They showed me right up.
They didn't get flagged for it, though. Bro, I can't with wide receiver 80, bro. And that's going to be completely
and that's going to be a touchdown!
Washington
the Cougars
State starts it off right with a huge touchdown, and that puts the national champions on the ropes a little bit here early.
Leo Puelasi with the RPO catch into the end zone uncontested.
That is just beautiful play design there, Chad. You know, that's just good coaching there by the Washington State Cougars as we have ourselves a 7-0 ball game.
But some may ask, can that kind of coaching be sustainable? You know, in the grand scheme of things, you have to remember, they did go for it 2 times on 4th down, and they got lucky back-to-back times. One may say that luck runs out.
That second one was a great throw.
It was a great throw, but how often is that throw going to be there?
Oh, ref ball already helping the Packers. I'm with it though. I'm sure Lou with it too.
And we see the quarterback from SMU, the transfer Jennings, in the backfield. And McGowan gets a run, and that is a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1.
Rushing attacks have been very solid so far to start this game. Nice, good old.
Is the rushing attack solid, or are we watching bad defense at play?
Might be a little bit of column A, might be a little bit of column B, Chad. Time will tell. Houston flips the formation. Jennings calling his audibles.
No, it's just a loss.
He's going to fire over the middle.
It's a Cormier.
Nobody's on Cormier. That is going to be a first down at the 47, and just nobody went with the in route. Maybe just not trusting the coverage call there, Wazzou. As he's back to fire this time. He's going to fire it deep, and that is...
It is caught by McGarry.
He took the one-on-one shot, and that is going to bring up 1st and goal from the 5. We saw this a lot out of Houston last year. That is Koizel's bread and butter play, and they have kept that in their offense, and it's working like a charm. As the zig route is going to get in for the touchdown for the Houston Cougars, and we might be looking at a shootout here, Chad.
And this is the biggest concern that I had. Washington State was struggling against the Houston defense, and that is not their bread and butter at all. What you just watched was a 3-play drive, touchdown, under 2 minutes.
Such a methodical drive on offense, too.
And now you have the Washington State offense coming back onto the field, exhausted. We just worked hard. We had a 12-play drive. We took a lot of time off the clock. You didn't even get to sit down fully and get a good moment's rest. And you watch them do that.
You just got to hope maybe the defense can make some adjustments there if you are a Washington State Cougars fan. For a Houston Cougars fan, you're used to seeing the light show. You know, this is where you thrive at. This is how you won your national championship, you know, not on the backs of the defense.
Wide receiver 80 in motion.
Oh my God, not wide receiver 80.
Pulassi with the handoff. That is a good run.
That is a great run, and just these run defenses looking kind of weak.
Pulassi on 4 rushes, 42 yards on the day, averaging over 10 a carry.
That is, you will take that every day of the week there, Chad. Just absolutely dominating play in the trenches by both offensive lines so far. And this old-timer really loves to see it.
We have 5 out with Brown the only one in the backfield. And the play clock expires. We are ending the first quarter. It's a 7-7 ball game here at Gessie Field.
Oh my God, what a catch.
They even have the same hashtags.
Wow.
Hashtag Go Cougs.
Holy shit, I can't believe he caught that. Oh, but he's hurt. Oh, it's coming back. That's unfortunate. Bro got injured. And they're going to...
We have a screen pass in the Kahlo, and it blown up into the backfield. So, at the top passing guard leaders, we do see freshman transfer from Ohio State, Tavion St. Clair of the UNLV Rebels, at 2nd. Very interesting.
That is very interesting. You gotta respect, UNLV have always been airing that ball out. They do love a good aerial attack there over in Vegas.
Woods up the middle, and he does gain a solid 2 yards.
We've seen them in this 3rd and 8 situation. Literally similar situation to the last drive where they had the first down incompletion followed by a small 2-yard gain, and now here we are on 3rd and 8. How will they attack this Houston defense? And
the main thing that I want to readdress is that they cannot afford to have another 4th down and 10th right here. And we see Cedarland going up, and he gets hit out of bounds after they gain the 1st down.
That is just the cheeky little drag route. The defense was not ready. They were expecting the ball over the top, and everything just clears out for that drag underneath. It allows him to get the space for that 1st down. Another excellent play design here by Washington State. And
Robinson up the middle, gained about 5 yards right there.
2nd and 5 from the 34. Just really nice what we've seen from the run game so far. I cannot emphasize that enough.
You know, Branson Robinson reminds me of another Robinson who is currently in the league, however. He did just get traded to the San Francisco 49ers. But they both have the same aggressive running style. Both of them are big, strong backs, big thighs. Ooh, and that pass was wide open.
That from the quarterback out of transfer from Purdue.
You know, moments like that is going to be what kills it for Washington State. With the defense being the way it is, and the defense in Houston is not stanch whatsoever, you have to take advantage of that. You have to succeed on play, and that's just a horrible throw right there. The pressure did come in and hit Brown, but you have to be quicker than that in your reads, especially as a junior quarterback. And we're out in the 4th and 5.
On an option type of play.
And this is the point that I was just talking about. You know, you can't keep making it and up the middle.
That is completely a strike. The throw with anticipation from Ryan Brown, and he just puts it right where his receiver can get it and secure that first down. That is
down Shamorthy in motion.
Okay, but and it is going to go to wide receiver number 80.
Ghana Shamorthy with the catch. He gets popped after two quick yards. And we have an injured player for Houston down.
I remember when Chad said he was never going to try this name. Here we are. Look how far we've come.
The sideline reporter did. It was an option that is blown up, and we're back to
all over it.
3rd and 10. And see, this is the point that I was making earlier, and it just keeps ringing true. The Houston defense is staying solid, and that's not their bread and butter. I'm very concerned for Washington's offense if this is what's going to keep them at bay.
Have to agree. You want to see them be able to take advantage of some of the aggression that we've seen from this Houston defense so far, because they've definitely left some plays open.
Play action on 3rd, and he's hit.
It's going to be a sack.
4th and 15.
You gotta take 4th and 15. You definitely would not be expecting them to go for it here and to just take their points. The play action just took too long.
The punter may not get any playing time, but that kicker will. And the kick is good. We have a ball game of 10-7 right now. 10-7.
Will that field goal be the difference in this game after what we saw in the first drive from the Houston defense?
You know me, I'm a big fan of the underdog. However, I do not think Washington State has what it takes to continue this game. They are going to end up losing the lead on this drive.
We did see Washington State struggle last week against UCLA with their quarterback throwing 6 INTs. So, you know, we shall monitor how this Washington State offense performs going forward in this game. But there was definitely a lot of cause for concerns. Handoff to McGowan. He is going to have another big run, just like the last drive. Houston starting off with a very big run. 1st and 10 from their own 37.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front.
And remember, this is also the first game post-patch that we have seen.
What is a patch?
I mean, like game balancing stuff and whatnot, as McGowan tries to make a man miss, but he will be tackled. Still a gain of 4. You will take that on a 1st down run. 4 yards moves the chains, as they say. Jennings will take it on the quarterback blast, and he blasts his way right through the heart of that Washington State defense for the 1st down. Some might say that that hole was the size of a neck wound. And Jennings just came gushing out. You know,
1st and 10 here at the 49-yard line. Jennings drops back.
He's firing over the middle, and that is
Thomas with the catch.
The wide receiver cuts him off. The linebacker just wasn't trusting. He was feeling the coverage, but he was not reacting quick enough, and that is a surefire throw from Kevin Jennings.
Jennings again drops back up to the McGowan. McGowan shows a little shiftiness, breaks a tackle, gets down on the 23-yard line. And see, this is the point that I was making with that Houston offense. This is their bread and butter. I've never seen an offense move as freely as they do. It's like they're running perfection drills against air.
Yes, you gotta admit, every single play so far has been a positive one for the Houston Cougars.
Tavion St. Clair is leading the nation with 11 touchdowns on the season. Just want to keep that in mind. Oh, Jennings drops back.
He's got a man in his face. He's running
He's
around.
Looking very Lamar Jackson. And he throws it away. What an Anticlimactic ending right there. I want to see something magical happen.
First time I have seen this Washington State Cougars defense truly hold up.
We just haven't seen it in the passing game.
Maybe a sign of things to come, or maybe a fluke. Time will tell, Chad.
Points in the second half. They've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air, it's Jennings.
Jennings rolling out to his right. He'll dump it underneath.
Those are the Thomas.
He makes a man miss. And he'll get inside the 10 to the 8. And, you know, this going for the hit stick there, just completely whiffing. You want to try and wrap up. Just meet him where he's at. Don't fall for the hips. And just wrap him up. Jennings throws it out to the flat. That's going to be caught, but only for about a 1-yard gain.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line. Houston looks like they are in a firm command of this drive and is stopped incomplete.
Oh my God.
The Washington State defense might be stepping up and waking up to the occasion.
They heard the noise maybe from the booth, and they have made some great adjustments these last few plays. As that pass was, you couldn't even tell which receiver he was really throwing it to. It was behind both of them.
Well, now here's the hard part. Do it 2 more times. And just like that, they score. Thurman with the touchdown.
And just like
Jacoby Thurman, the freshman, the mountain of a man. You know, when I look at Jacoby Thurman, the 4-star tight end that they brought in.
Hold up. Did I just see a 3-man rush run around the ends of a field goal block team? What the hell?
We have a 14-10 game now. Houston is in command.
And Houston will get the ball on the other side of half. So Washington State, you have to come away with points here, you think. But you don't have a lot of time to do it. Their offense went on methodical drives the first 2 drives of the game. But this time, they have 3 timeouts, but those timeouts can go quickly, Chad. They really can.
5 wide out, begin the drive. Very interested to see what Brown can do and if he can command a very... It's physically demanding. It's a physically demanding drive.
He is going to get out of bounds for the first down. A good start to this drive.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run,
even a field goal you feel will at least help a little bit, but you want a touchdown on this drive, on every drive. As that running attempt, you got to think running it in this situation a little bit questionable of a call. You don't really have a lot of time, and you're now forced to burn a timeout, and you lost yardage. Washington State fans might be having questions for their coach's calling in that situation if that truly comes back to bite them. 2nd and 13 from the 33. Brown, he's looking, he's scanning the field to call his adjustments. Man in motion, steps back, he throws the drag route again, and that's going to be Freeman, and Freeman is just going to get out of bounds. Washington State hurries up to the line here. Not really a need to do that with the clock stopped, but maybe they like the formation that Houston is in. Brown drops back again. He's looking, he's firing over the middle and is caught.
My gosh, from
80. And they hurry it up again as the clock will not move until the ball is set. There we go. The clock is starting to tick.
All 3 timeouts are still here. And there's a flag on the play. It looks like encroachment.
Wow, that's just undisciplined there from Houston. You cannot have an
I was wrong.
False start.
A false start on offense. Now you have 21 seconds on a 1st and 15. All 3 timeouts are still present. Oh,
he's gonna
Freeman with the Freeman deep.
And
he drops it.
Oh, that was
When a moment like that happens, you just have to sit and wonder what went wrong. Was it a bad ball? Was the person unable to catch it? Wow. I'm just at a loss of words. That right there is going to hurt.
Washington trying not
Brown
to think
rolling
about it.
back.
Brown is going to roll out
and first timeout.
You might have one shot at the end zone here. We will see how Washington State approaches this, and they will indeed line up like they want to take a shot, or are they just trying to make the field goal a little bit better? Because they do have that timeout. They could try and get in the middle of the field. He's looking. He's got a man over the middle.
Wide open, Ghanamustri! Brandon Ghanamustri with the touchdown. And just like that, we have a 17-14 game with 5 seconds left. Correct me. 5 seconds left.
Washington State has unlocked their chakras on that drive. That is the exact drive that they needed to get back into this game. They needed something quick, and they really needed that 7 points.
We've kicked to Cormier. Cormier takes it out of the end zone.
I understand the call, and that is going to take us to the end of the half. Washington State leading at the half after a
by 3
2-minute drill. 17-14. Houston State gets the ball coming out of half. Chad, your thoughts so far on this game?
What a barn burner we have here. Two of the most entertaining teams in college football going at it back and forth. Washington State has shown me a little bit more than I ever expected of them in terms of defense. However, can we see it prevail in this drive? This next drive is going to be the one that ends up deciding the game.
They have to, from the onset, they have to be there defensively. Oh my god, what the fuck? Tucker Kraft, like a 60-yard reception? Okay, sure. That man moved like he fucking got bricks attached to his legs.
And here we see Jennings in the backfield. I'm very interested to see what the senior quarterback can do.
He's looking, he's got a man, he fires.
Wide open,
Cormier. And he makes a couple men miss.
And he's out at the 17-yard line.
Another blown coverage there by that Washington State defense. They have not looked good between the 20s.
And in one play, we went from the 25 to the 17.
Thought maybe
this
Washington
cannot
State would build some momentum, but no. And he's going to fire. McGowan again. He's going to be upended. Only a 2-yard gain. Great discipline there from Washington State's defense.
You know, I had a girl that went to Washington State.
Oh, did you now? Tell me more.
She chased me and one of my exes about 5 blocks in Seattle.
Oh my god. And that's McGowan getting into
the end zone.
Breaking hearts just like Chad's ex.
This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding.
Just like that, Houston have reclaimed the lead. 21-17. As Chad is a little bit shocked that his color commentator would use his former relationship against him. Oh, man. Washington State here. I mean, we have seen a lot of good offense from both of these teams. So, honestly, it just feels like it's a game whoever has the ball last could end up winning, as that run is going nowhere fast. Pulalasi's first negative run of the game, you feel.
You see, with the Houston defense, they are giving me a pleasant surprise, but I just think with Washington offense, I expect more out of them. And the question is, can Brown be the one to take them there?
Yeah, you gotta wonder. I mean, he did have his moments at Purdue in big games where he was not very clutch. He started missing throws when asked to, especially in the second half. This is going to be critical to see where he has come in his development.
And while we have one team that's 1-0 and one team is 0-1, Houston is ranked number 10. I don't think that number is as good as the. Oh, Ganamustri with the avoided tackle. We have Brandon Ganamustri. Ganasha Morthy. 6 catches for 62 yards. He is showing me something today.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he does have a touchdown. He is showing me something today.
He has definitely been the bright spot in this offense. And I don't know if I agree with the decision, but that is going to be caught. He had the angle route wide open for the middle. That would have been at least a 30-yard gain with the amount of space he had, but he chose the comeback route, which is usually open. And Houston is challenging the call. Or it's a booth review, one of the two. And they are going to rule that a catch. It looked like a catch in real time, Chad.
Washington State ready to go with another first down.
Browns letting the play clock wind down here. And that is going to be another false start. You know, once that play clock starts winding down, it's really hard to make adjustments to the line. Your offensive line loses sight of the snap count, even at home for some reason. You would think with that home crowd advantage, they would,
that's just not for what the younger folk might say. That might just be the aura that a ranked team has coming into Glacier Field. With motion, we have Westbrook
on the reverse sweep. That is going nowhere.
For a 2-yard gain. Noah Westbrook. Let's stick to being wide receiver today.
Yeah, you are not Debo Samuel.
I think Washington State's offense is trying to compensate for the fact that they are struggling against this Houston defense. Run up the middle, another 2-yard gain. We have 3rd and a mile.
That run game that we saw in the first half from Washington State has been absolutely stifled. And that is that's not a good sign going forward. That is going to put them in a lot of pass-heavy situations where these Houston pass rushers can just pin their ears back and go right after the quarterback.
This Houston D-line is rushing 3 right now, and they're still generating a lot of pressure. This often reminds me of a dump off to Palasi for 1 yard. That's just not going to cut it. Not going to cut it.
You got to wonder, is Washington State running out of steam here?
And we see the punter on the field.
The punter is going to earn his letter today, and he's going to try and pin them inside.
And the kick goes into the 17.
Not what you were hoping for from that field position. You want to try and get them inside the 10 or even better inside the 5 there. They need their defense to make a stand here. I feel like if they don't, this game could be over, as that quarterback draw is going nowhere. You see the yardage, it's been kind of even game in terms of yardage, but it feels like Houston has had a lot more quality. Obviously, Washington State has the one more drive up to this point. The yards per play. Touchdown, Romeo Dobbs.
And McGarry with the catch over 4 bodies. Just wow. Jennings is looking very surgical. A lot of people question his transfer from SMU over to Houston, but I think he couldn't have been a more perfect fit.
I just realized I need to get my revenge against Jennings. Yeah. They beat Toledo in the conference championship last year, so a little bit of bulletin.
You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Jennings drops back, he's scanning, he fires over the middle, and there is just
down. Oh, 1 minute to beat, and he's gone. He's going to the end zone. Pay dirt. McGowan with the touchdown, and that is another passing touchdown for Jennings.
The middle of the field has just been getting absolutely abused here. You gotta wonder if Washington State is going to adjust and put someone there in the middle of the field. There were 2 guys wide open there. McGowan, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all around back, just making it look easy. 28-17 Houston, and they are definitely playing, as you would expect, of the number 10 team in the country and reigning champions. Pass is going to be complete.
Robinson makes a man miss. Gets a first down.
Good start to this drive. Washington State, they don't just need a field. They need a touchdown this drive. I would even consider going for it, even if it's 4th and long, because the way your defense is playing, you cannot trust them to get the stop. And that RPO is going to be complete to wide receiver 80.
Ghana Mustri is having himself a game. It's too bad it does not matter in the grand scheme of things, because who cares if you lose?
Exactly. 0-2 is not the way these Cougars want to start this season.
So we have an RPO with Robinson down the middle. Big hole. And he goes down to the 33-yard line. Robinson with the powerful run.
Haven't seen a hole that big since September 10th, 2025.
Brown making adjustments on the line of scrimmage.
Hey, he's looking, he fires.
Cedarland.
Tight end. Cedarland makes the catch.
Did he get a foot down? In the 3rd quarter, we have a ball game of 28-17. Houston Cougars is up.
For some reason, my stream of the Commanders-Packers game is
as we open the fourth.
Not.
They love to start this quarter off with
Oh my God. All right. First and goal. They're going to hand it off to Robinson. He's going to get down to the 5-yard line.
this defense is on its heels.
Bringing up second and goal. This is exactly what you need because the clock is going to be your enemy here.
To see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing
Man
a
in
good job.
motion.
Assignment football, staying in their
Sweep to Westbrook, and he is going to get brought down from behind, a loss of 1. That's the second time they've run this play, and it just has not worked.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks, it gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances. Get the ball
Brown
with some speed on the
going to hand that off to Woods, and Woods is going to get tackled. Now, a field goal does make it a 1-possession game, but you just feel like you need a touchdown here.
4th and goal on the 8-yard line. This will be the deciding one.
You gotta feel if they don't get this, this could be the game. Maybe they're trying to draw them off to get it closer. No, they snapped the ball. And
Terrible ball. Where was he throwing that?
I'm not gonna lie, that might have been a missed PI call there from the refs, as the receiver was not allowed to break in,
They obviously had to go for that one, and because they're not able to come up with it.
or an illegal contact. But either way, turnover on downs, and that might do it here, unless they can get a really quick stop.
At this point of the game,
Stop
the
moving the
offense
ball
has
off
the
to
lead.
Eckler.
The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football.
Nobody
So
wants to
he's
see
going back,
him.
he's
They wanna
looking
see
at
him
his
throw it.
playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this
Think of
game?
the
What can
fantasy
I lean
owners.
on right here?
Jennings
in the
all
end
day
zone.
pocket. And he's
Throws
got fire,
to
and that's gonna be
shoulders.
complete.
Where's knees and toes?
You gotta wonder, this pass rush just has not been getting home. Jennings has had all time to do whatever he wants. Maybe they need to send some more pressure so that Jennings is not comfortable, as that ball's gonna be
McGowan
handed
up the
off.
middle.
They
First
create
down.
pressure.
Ooh, what a hit. Oh my goodness.
Why does he choose to dive there, taking the hit? He could have fumbled that.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really
I'll tell you what, Drew, my children are not allowed to play football after that hit.
I would agree with you there, Chad.
McGowan again, first down. Just, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving. Oh goodness.
And this is just,
Is that our color commentator Lou joining the booth? Hello, Lou.
that's our sideline reporter.
What do you think? What have you had your thoughts about this game, Lou? What do you see?
Hey man, listen, I think I've seen a great game played from both Cougars here on the field. I've been talking to both coaches on the sideline, seeing what they can say, they can improve on, what they can do to try to squeeze this game out. From the Houston side, we've heard we just got to keep pounding the ball. We got to keep running it, making sure we are tiring out that Wazzou defense. We cannot give them any kind of edge. Now, for the Wazzou side, they are telling themselves that they need to stay composed. They are making the plays. They're hitting the holes. They're making the catches. They just need to continue to put it all together. I think that by a strike of luck, Wazzou can come back and possibly win this game, if anything.
That is a tall task with the clock under 4 minutes. Thank you, Lou. Very great insight to the philosophies of these two teams as they try to close out this game. Jennings scrambling out to his right. He is going to take off. He's going to make a man miss.
Jennings dancing on the sideline. Woo!
Just a happy feet.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in.
Hand off to McGowan. He is going to get met. 2-yard gain still. Fights through the contact for a couple extra yards. But that clock just goes tick, 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 tick.
They've got the lead here late now, down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
Motion from the wideout. Now on the move.
There's the quarterback blast, and that's going to be a touchdown for Jennings. And that is definitely the nail in the coffin. As Houston go up.
30. Oh, he missed the PAT.
The extra point. That might be a cuttable offense there from an otherwise flawless game here at the Gesa Field at Martin Stadium by the defending champions, your Houston Cougars.
He'll start the return
Woods
inside his 5.
takes it out. He makes a man miss. He gets out to the 26-yard line.
He's brought down at the 26.
And at this point, if you're watching State, you're just playing for pride. And, you know, you've had a good, you've hung in there, especially in the first half. But the second half really showed the difference in quality between the two teams as a whole.
I don't think the teams are that much different quality-wise. I think the difference comes down to play calling and execution. The play calling for the Cougars, Washington Cougars, I'm sorry, has been very shaky at best. I'm not really the biggest fan of some of the plays they've ran and the situations that they run them in. There's definitely a learning experience for them. I'm excited to see them progress, but tip my hat off to the defense on the Houston Cougars side. They've shown to me that they can indeed hang with the best of them. We all know Houston for their high-powered offense and the ability to score from any point of the field, but wow, has their defense shut down Washington State today?
We were not necessarily expecting that out of this Houston defense. That ball's going
to be a pick!
Braithwaite with the pick. And that definitely does it for this game. Throwing it into triple coverage over the middle of the field, always a recipe for disaster. You can pretty much guarantee, especially across your body, that is going to be picked off.
Guys, if I can chime in here, the views on this Houston sideline are crazy right now. They're going up right now. They knew that they could execute and win this game. Jennings is out here just dancing around. I
take it off.
The effort from the Washington Cougars here, but it's looking like this one might be sealed. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Lou. And yep, as you've seen, like, Houston is just playing around at this point. It feels like Jennings is just dancing back there, just wasting time. And now he dumps
McGarry with another touchdown.
He makes a man miss. Not
what a
touchdown,
hit!
but gets to the 3. He had another man, I felt, for a touchdown on the other crossing route, but...
You know what? Say what you want about McGarry. There's something else that I've noticed a lot about this Houston defense. I'm still stuck on number 88, the tight end. He's 6'7". When you look at him, you're like, wow, what a strong tackle. That is a pass catcher. He's fast. He's strong. He's
6'7"?
I would say that Houston indeed might become tight end university.
It might be. They just might be. We've had a lot of great tight ends come out of Georgia, Iowa.
Who was the last tight end to win the Heisman besides Kozel?
Testing my ball knowledge. I don't like that.
We might see a back-to-back.
Back-to-back Houston tight end Heisman winners.
It definitely is a possibility. And let's look ahead at the schedule now, because for Washington State, I don't remember who they play. I didn't make the schedule. Lou, you made the schedule. Who do they play next?
You know what? I am actually in front of it right now, so let me go ahead and take a look and see at who.
That ball is going to be almost intercepted. Braithwaite already has one today, looking for another.
This is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't.
Damn, I gotta leave. I gotta leave the other dynasty, but let me check. We're looking for who Wazzou plays next?
Yeah, I know who Houston plays next, obviously.
Alright. Hold up.
Frustrating to be his quarterback in this game too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Well, while we're waiting to hear about Wazzou, we know that Houston's next opponent will be against number 25 Toledo Rockets in what is anticipated to be an intense matchup between two hot and heated rivals. We've seen a lot of smack talk over the offseason as the Toledo head coach has questioned the legitimacy of Houston's title run, having to just go through CPU teams and not face a single user in the playoffs. But Houston could always say on the back end, well, no one else made the playoffs, so...
In week 3, we have a game. In week 3, we have a lot of good games coming up. Week 3, we have Tulane at Arizona. I'm excited to see how that game turns out. We have Toledo at Houston. Number 25 Toledo. Houston will probably crack its way into the top 8, maybe top 5 after this game. So I'm excited to see how that works out. We have Memphis playing FCS Southeast. I'm very interested to see what happens with that team. Washington State looking to have a bounce-back game, traveling down to Texas Christian University against the Horned Frogs.
Good old Horned Frogs. That ball is almost intercepted.
You know who I think does not have a game next week?
Ooh.
UNLV. I think that is probably going to be disappointing to hear.
No way, bro. God, that's got to feel terrible for UNLV fans who've been really... And that ball is going to be picked off by Squires, a little consolation prize. And he is going to return that into the end zone for a touchdown. It is not going to change the result, but it will make the score look a little bit better.
UNLV does not have a game. That is heartbreaking, devastating news for UNLV diehard fans who wanted to watch their team play after what was an extended period of time.
We don't know where those fans are, but we are sure that they are mad.
UNLV is ranked number 15. I would say they have plenty of fans. Thank you.
Not that they're ranked 15.
Tough.
So egregious. They're ranked above Toledo, who had a better season, but you know it is.
A better season playing nobodies.
I am going to have to split. I have my own game coming up here in a second that will be streamed at Skip to My Lou on twitch.tv. So if you feel the need, if you feel compelled, go ahead and tune in.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Lou. I'm not gonna lie, Lou. You just plugged yourself into another man's YouTube video.
Oh.
This game's gonna be on YouTube, brother. You didn't know.
Oh, interception by Patsu, and that's a way to end the game.
That is, you know, Washington State's defense struggled all night, but last two drives they got interceptions. Maybe they have something to build on going forward as they try to avoid going 0-3. They dropped to 0-2 here. The defending champion Houston Cougars go to 2-0 with a 41-23, a dominant win as your player of the
game,
Kevin Jennings. 6 touchdowns with 344 passing yards. Maybe not back-to-back tight ends. We might see a quarterback win a Heisman.
Not like that. Not with that interception we just saw, however. That does hurt the chances.
True. That does hurt it.
Good game, good game, good game.
All right, we have the coach of Houston here. Tell us, how do you feel about going into enemy territory and just putting on an absolute light show?
I mean, you know, we just doing what we came here to do, you know.
Respect that. And now, how do you feel going into your next game hosting ranked Toledo? You know, they talked a lot of smack this offseason, and how do you feel about wanting to just be able to back that up?
Looking forward to it, man.